Okay, so this video we're going to be discussing slope of a line. Okay, and the one thing, you've already drawn all four of these. Okay, and now we're going to discuss each one. The slope of a line refers to the direction that the slope is going in. And what students don't know is that we actually read graphs from left to right. Just like we read a book from left to right, we read graphs from left to right, meaning what is happening in this graph when we go from left to right. So here I see this red line, okay? And I have to ask myself, when I'm looking at this red line, what is happening to the red line as I read the graph from left to right? Well, I can see that it's starting out low, okay? And it's going in the upward direction as we go across, okay, from left to right. So when it's going in the upward direction from left to right, that is a positive slope. So everyone write down positive slope. So I'm sure you can guess by looking at this graph, when we look at this graph from left to right, the line is going in the downward direction, and so we call that a negative slope. Okay? And in our third one, you can see that this line is going straight across. Okay, so it's not going in the upward direction and it's not going in the downward direction. It is just going straight across. It's not going up or down. So this is zero slope. Okay, and now this is just a vertical, okay, red line. So we just call this what? Undefined. Okay, moving on. So that's our four possible slopes. All right, moving on. So now we're going to talk about how do you find the actual slope of a line. So here we go. Just by looking at it on a graph, okay? So when you're looking at a line on the graph, okay, you have to locate, there's two steps, okay? Step one, you have to locate 2 points on the line. So everyone write step one, 2 points. Okay, step two, rise over run. So we're going to talk about this, okay? So here we go. So first of all, you have to locate 2 points on the line. Well, what is a point really? Let me make this just a little bit larger. Okay? A point on a coordinate plane has to be at an X. Okay? I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? So meaning here is a point that is at the cross on the coordinate plane. So notice I could just do like this and draw a little cross, and this point is right at the cross, right at the intersection, okay, of those two lines. That is considered a point. It would not be considered a point on the coordinate plane if, for example, the point was like right in the center of the box. That doesn't count. Or if it's like right on the edge, like right in the middle of a side. That is not a point. In order for it to be a point, folks, it has to be at the crossroads, okay? It's got to be at an intersection of two lines. And when I say you need to locate two lines on the line to find the slope of a line, it has to be 2 points on the line, okay? So here's 1 point right here. And here's 1 point right here. So we have found 2 points on the line that qualify because look, it's at the intersection. It's at the intersection. Believe it or not, students don't know what actually qualifies as a point. Okay, so I've clarified it now. So we found 2 points on the line, and now we have to ask ourselves the important question. How did we get from this point to this point? Okay, that's how you find the slope of a line. How did you get from this point to this point? Well, we have something called the rise over run. Okay, now the rise okay, can either go up or down. Now, first of all, we have to look at the line and say, is this a positive or a negative slope? Well, when you look at this graph, when we read this graph from left to right, okay, we see the line is going up in the positive direction, so we know this is a positive slope. Therefore, our rise will be going up. If this was a negative slope, the rise would be going down. So just so that you know, put a star, okay, because the rise will go up or down depending if you have a positive or a negative slope. Okay, well, this is a positive slope, so the rise is going up. So how did I get from this point to this point? Well, I had to rise 1, 2, keep your finger there, okay? So we've got a fraction here. So our rise is 2 because we went up 2, okay? And then we have to run. By the way, run always goes to the right, okay? Always, always, always. I see students, going to the left. Do not do that. Just know that run always goes to the right, okay? That's very important. So our rise, we went up 2, and how did we get to this point? We had to run how many? 1, 2, 3, and so this is our slope, 2/3. That's how easy it is, okay? So you basically have to ask yourself, how did I get from this point to this point? Is the positive or negative slope? It's positive. So we're going to rise, we're going to go up 2 and run over 3, and 2/3 is your slope. So now I'm going to show you, okay, you're going to try it yourself. I'm going to quickly show you 2 graphs that I want you to find the slope of. And there they are. So you're going to find that slope, and then we'll go over it together.